Hey there, everybody. My name is Nate Walker, and I'm your Cybersecurity Readiness Coordinator. This week, we're going to be talking about multi-factor authentication. This is something that is very, very quickly becoming interwoven into the thread of most software, websites, stuff like that. You may already be familiar with multi-factor authentication. If you've ever logged into Amazon, Google, eBay, and they have said, hey, we need to send you a text to make sure that you're who you say you are. So they send you a little 6-digit code, and then you have to enter that in. That is MFA. Now, right off the bat, it may seem kind of like a pain. If you remember back to our passwords presentation, it's kind of like when you have to create a password for a website that you just don't want to do it for. You just need to log in, do something really quick. But this is why MFA is so important. Let's say you use the password that you created a couple weeks ago. So my example would be that crazy Kelpie Rover password. So let's say I use that really, really strong password, right? Well, what happens if I write that password on a piece of paper and I put it under my keyboard, or maybe on a sticky note on my computer screen, or maybe I tell someone about how awesome my new password is and I just can't help but give them that password as an example. Well, now my password's compromised and I may or may not know that. So anyone can try to just log into my stuff using my Kelpie Rover password. Now, multi-factor authentication is a really simple way of stopping that from happening. So MFA uses something you know, something you have, and or something you are as one more door or like another key to be able to get to your information. So, cool, let's say they have your password. Well, that's compromised. But if they don't have your phone, then there's no way that they can get into your account. Now, some entities are currently using biometrics, such as a finger or thumbprint, or like an eye scan, or some other really cool movie James Bond type stuff. But in most cases, the something you have is what we're going to see a lot more of. So that's like SMS. In some cases, there's a USB token or a smart card or something like that. But generally speaking, you're going to see it as a text with a 6-digit number. So here's some examples of authenticator apps that you can use. So we have Google Authenticator, LastPass Authenticator, Authy, and ID.me. Now, none of these are being officially recommended by the community colleges of Spokane. These are just ones that I personally have used in my own personal life. And they're pretty cool. They all work a little bit differently, but what they all have in common is that they add one more layer of security. So these are really good to have for any kind of financial information or something that I really don't want somebody to be able to get into if they're somehow able to get a hold of my password. So I hope you were able to learn something or maybe brush up on some knowledge you already have. Thanks for sticking with me so far, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care and be safe.